And you can try and kill me, try and gun me down, shoot your pistol at me, I laugh at the sound. And as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll come out of the valley without shadow's last breath. And when St. Pete comes to call, there'll be no fear in my...
Hey guys and gals, how you doing? This is the Big Dog, Benny Henderson Jr. coming at you from the Big Dog Podcast Show. This one is brought to you by BoxingInsider.com. Hey, today we're on the line with the undefeated rising star, featherweight sensation, Daniel Franco. He's 14 wins, no losses, 3 draws. 9 of those victories come by the way of knockout. He is scheduled to fight, I guess now, Derrick Murray for the vacant USBA Featherweight title coming up the 10th of this month. They're in Washington, District of Columbia. Man, welcome to the program, brother.
Thank you, Benny, for having me. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, now you have a big fight coming up. On paper, looking at this fight, this is going to be one of your toughest tests thus far, man. Would you agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. He's undefeated. He has a very extensive amateur background, and, I've watched tape. There's no doubt that the kid is very skilled, but I have an excellent game plan, and I have prepared exceptionally well for him.
Now, what about now? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I just Googled it and you're living it. But weren't you slated to fight somebody else up until recently, or I could have?
Yes. Actually, I was scheduled to fight Jose Haro, and he had to pull out his fight because of some training injuries. I think he broke his foot while he was out running, and poor guy. He had I think even in the past he got shot in the feet a couple times, and so his feet are just are fragile. So I'm sure that happened when he was running. He broke it. I think he just recently had surgery on it as well, so he can finally get back in the boxing ring. But it didn't really affect my camp as much because either way, I'm still fighting an orthodox fighter. I'm still fighting somebody who's a great fighter. I'm still fighting somebody who is around the same height. I think he's probably about half an inch taller than Haro. And, I really didn't have to change up much other than a little bit of my game plan. But we had the notice in time, so we were able to get ready and just stay focused to this fight. And that's just to get that USBA Featherweight title, and that's what I want to come home with.
Well, what are you expecting from Derrick in this fight? I guess stylistically, you and he matching up. What do you expect this fight? Not the outcome. We know what you want and what you're aiming for, but what do you expect stylistically, you two facing off?
You know what? I just got to see how he's going to react to my punches, how he's going to feel how he's going to react when he feels my power. And I know that the kid's fast. I see that he has some habits that he does. I don't want to let too much out. So let maybe he gets a hold of this and he can find out what I'm going to be doing. But I have some tricks up my sleeve. I'm sure he has some tricks up his sleeve. But what I'm going to do is hopefully disengage him, and then I'm going to work him. I'm going to make him feel everything. I'm going to make him feel like he doesn't want to be there anymore. I'm going to break his spirit, and I'm going to walk away with the victory that Thursday night in Washington, D.C.
What do you feel separates yourself from the other prospects in the featherweight division?
The support of my family, really. The support of my family. They help me out a lot. I have excellent sponsorship that helps me to focus on what I need to do, and because they believe in me, they believe in the skill that I have, and they believe that I shouldn't waste my skill, and they know that I can go far. They know that I can go far as long as I'm able to concentrate for my training, concentrate on what boxing is, and you have to live boxing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And up in the morning, I'm going running. I'm going to the boxing gym afterwards. And then even in the evening, sometimes I go and I coach the kids there. I coach kids at the local boxing club. It's called Warzone Boxing Club. And, there's nothing else that's on my mind except for boxing. And I think that separates me from a lot of the fighters because sometimes, yes, they have their families and they fight for their families. But, I don't have any kids. I don't have anything that's really distracting me from the fight. It's not really taking me away from it at all. Most of my time is tailored to the sport. It's tailored to making me better. It's a great opportunity to be able to fight, and having my family there to help me out is it's really a blessing.
Well, you say you have no kids. I have two that you could have pretty cheap. No, they will definitely make you want to fight.
On that right now,
Yeah. They'll definitely make you want to fight, trust me. But what do you feel is your greatest accolade as a fighter, your greatest strength?
I think my determination. Definitely. My determination and the focus that I'm able to have, especially from the support of my family, like I said before, that definitely helps me out. But attributes-wise, I'm very skillful in the boxing ring. I have great movement. I have excellent conditioning. I have great footwork, hand speed. I'm strong. I got strong punches. I'm able to brawl. I'm able to box. I'm able to do it all. I think I'm a well-rounded fighter, and that's what makes me stand out.
Where on earth did you get the nickname Twitch?
I got that from my dad, actually, when I was a kid. I was an amateur, and I used to I had this bad habit of getting really square with my left shoulder and right shoulder facing completely to my opponent. And pretty much he told me to make sure that my chin was in the right spot. So every now and then I would tap my chin to my left shoulder to make sure I was in the right spot. And, I just got in the habit of doing it over and over and over and over. So people thought I was twitching in the ring, and I was just every couple seconds I was just tapping my shoulder to my chin, even though at some point I was in the right position, but I would still do it out of habit, and that's why they call me Twitch.
They're thinking this guy has Tourettes or something, right? They're like,
no, there is a motocross rider or a freestyle rider. His name is, I don't even know his name, but they call him Twitch because he has Tourettes.
Yeah, and now we're not, just to let everybody know that we're not making a lot of Tourettes. I'm just, I knew it.
No,
I don't want no one to think that we're making a lot of it, but it is, when I seen the name, I was thinking it has to be something like that. Something, I didn't know if you had like a click or, I got some weird OCD, but but
no, nothing like that. I just it was just a habit that turned into a nickname. It stuck.
Well, it's better than stink. I mean, it could be.
It could be stink. My gym clothes, they get a little smelly. My gear, from using it every single day, having it sweat all the time. It could be stink, maybe.
Years ago, it's been over 10 years ago, and I stepped in the ring, but I fought this guy, and it was funny because we had actually got the dressing rooms mixed up, as far as the red, and the guys come in there and they said, "Hey, Benny, you need to come in here and trade." I'm like, "No, I'm already in here now." They're like, "No, you don't understand. He's stinking the place." I mean, the dude apparently didn't bathe, and he literally stunk the place out to where the red and blue crew, they all come in the same, in the same locker room and left him in there by himself, man. It was pretty bad.
So is he stink now?
Yeah, that was stench. And what was real quick, I remember the referee gave us the rules, and he come up and he makes sure I had my cup and that, and he goes, "Don't you make me break you guys up." That was the fastest fight I ever had, 48 seconds. I was like, "Nope, this dude stinks. I'm not touching him. Pop, pop. I'm out of here. Leave me alone."
Nice.
But
nice.
Um, what? Just a few more questions. I do think you're coming on the program. What can the fight fans expect from David? I said David. Daniel Franco when they come to a fight. What can the fans expect from yourself?
They can see exciting boxing and tenacity. Really, I don't know. I have a bright outlook on the sport, and I know that it's a tough sport and it's extremely dangerous. But I'm always trying to do my best in there. I'm always trying to make sure that I'm putting on a show for everybody who's in attendance, and I want to make sure that I keep on getting better, and that way I'm able to, keep my face pretty and just don't get hit as much as I can, and being able to be in the sport as long as I can, just have a long career.
Let's say that Derrick Murray was listening to this podcast show. What message? I mean, if he's listening, what message would you say to Derrick concerning this upcoming fight?
I could tell him that it's going to be a heck of a fight, and I want to tell him that he may think that he's ready, but there's no way possible that he's going to be ready for me come fight night.
Good deal. Any websites, anything you want to plug before we let you go?
You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Switch, and you can follow me on YouTube. Actually, I have a web series. It's called I Am Boxing. Just type in Daniel Franco, I Am Boxing, and it should come up. I think we have about 3 episodes up right now. We'll get another one after this fight.
Okay. Well, man, we thank you for coming on the program, man. God bless. Be safe, be good, and we'll catch you.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on.
Oh, we'll do it again, my friend.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. And that was Daniel Franco, undefeated featherweight. Be sure to check out boxinginsider.com, man. We have up-to-date boxing news and interviews and all kinds of cool stuff. Until then, God bless, be safe, be good.